Hey, this is Matt Denton for GamerRAGE, and here I am for a retro rewind of sorts. This is WWE Smackdown 5, Here Comes the Pain, which was released in 2003 for the PlayStation 2 by THQ, and it was developed by Ukes. These two companies have had a storied relationship before and since. They started off collaborating with the Smackdown series here on the PS2, eventually moving on to the 360, PS3, and so on. And also they collaborate on the UFC series. This is one of the early games, if you want to call it early. This is Undertaker versus The Big Show, and the first thing you'll notice is that compared to today's games, this is a little bit more arcadey, a little bit faster. When you start controlling the superstar, it's a lot lighter to move the superstar around than it is today, if that makes any sense. I don't think you can buy the game brand new today, obviously, because it's a PS2 game, and PS2's it's 2011, so no. But I did happen to find it on holiday for £1.50 at local computer exchange. So it's not a bad price to pay for such a great game, especially if you are a wrestling fan. Even if you're not, you can boot this up, have a multiplayer night of fun, mischief, and another thing you'll notice in this game is that the moveset is vastly expanded to what it is today, especially since Brian Williams decided to take 300 moves away from the series last year. Despite it being a PS2 game, the graphics still hold up pretty well. It's better than like going from Smackdown 2011, which is the one that we're on now, to let's say Smackdown 2. It looks Smackdown 2 looks all pixelated and really harsh in the eyes these days, and it's amazing to look back and see these graphics and be like, wow, I once thought these were great graphics. Wow, what the hell happened? I don't know if it's a trick of the mind or if it's just your memory looks upon things more fondly than what you actually saw back in the day. And there you see the Undertaker hits the last ride. The great thing about this game is that hitting a finisher is not an instant win for your opponent. You actually have to wear them down, and if you see at the top in the heads-up display, you can see the body damage indicator, which was introduced with this game actually. It's a great system. Make sure that you don't win within, like, say 3 minutes as you can now. I believe this match that I did lasted about 8 minutes. Actually, that could be involving the entrances, so who knows. But you don't stay down for long, so you can get right back into the action without having to wait a hell of a lot of time just button mashing to get back up. The game itself is pretty entertaining, especially since you have the Create Wrestler feature, which I do not feature in this video. Because looking back at Create Wrestler back then, it's really horrible to look at. I mean, the in-game superstars look pretty damn good, but the Create Wrestlers kind of look shoddy and ugly, and I'm like, what the hell? You see, the Big Show now has a finisher. You can store up to 5 of them. And also, in Exhibition, you can start off the match with 5 Smackdown icons to perform your finisher, which is pretty cool if you want to stick it to your opponent. think this is just about where I finish him off with a chokeslam. These sorts of animations you might not be able to find in today's Smackdown games because according to THQ, it's a matter of update. They lack the features for updating the animations to the new control scheme, and as you can see now, really harsh camera cut into the beginning of the season mode, where you can actually remove and add superstars at leisure to the games. As you can see, I removed Matt Hardy and replaced him with the Iron Sheik, and also you have a kind of manual draft system, which is a lot more robust than, let's say, the draft feature from WWE Smackdown 2011, which is horrible, really horrible, sadly enough. And also you can change the alignment of your superstars as well. Change them from being good guys to bad guys. Faces and heels if you want to use the terminology, but quite frankly I don't like to. There you can see Brock Lesnar, who is really fun to use, but I went and opted for Chris Benoit. I'm sure I don't need to explain why. But you open up season mode with this interesting cutscene, which is supposed to put you in the frame of mind of, I want to show these people what I can do. You have a year to play around with in this mode, and you will get a lot of storylines as long as you work hard and don't lose a lot, of course. As well as that, you have a system which you will see in a minute, where you can go into the general manager's room and request a title shot. I'll do that in a second in this video. I think the first thing I do is actually go backstage and talk to Rey Mysterio. There he is. Usually you have an option to change the dialogue. Sometimes it'll be like this and it's boring. Other times it's gonna be you getting your ass kicked. And as you can see, Stephanie McMahon, another harsh camera cut. I requested a shot at the United States Championship due to Chris Benoit currently being Tag Team Champion, and the United States Champion right now is Kurt Angle. And if you watch wrestling as it is now, or back when Chris Benoit was alive, these two guys put on phenomenal matches. And as you can see, sadly I lost this match because of that sledgehammer. I'm gonna blame the sledgehammer, even though you don't see me actually bring it into play. And the winning animations, the WWE games nowadays lack a winning animation for pretty much anything, really, unless it's a certain superstar. Like back a couple of years ago, Carlito had his apple spitting, Undertaker has his bow, but interestingly enough, he does not bow with the title. Instead, he just does the whole, I'm so happy I've won a title, and everybody's just really upset with THQ that hasn't been changed for a number of years. As you can see here, this is the most entertaining stage that you can use for a backstage hardcore match. It's Times Square, actually. Mostly used for using the helicopter. You have a chopper circling the area, which you can use. You can climb onto a ladder and climb up and dive off, which is really, really fun to do. Also in the back you can kind of see the start of a ladder, which you can use to climb up onto the marquee banner up on Times Square and jump off and throw your opponent off and all sorts of things. Really brilliant. I really want to go back and play this right now, but I can't because I'm doing the voiceover. as you can see here, it's Kane versus Batista. This is pre-World Champion Batista when he was still a lackey of Evolution. So he's not as strong as he would be in, like, say, Smackdown 2006, 2007, 2008, so on. And also, I like the fact that THQ were able to keep Kane with the mask in, because this was around the time where he lost the mask. I mean, you don't get to see enough of this attire in wrestling games today. But, just about to wrap up, because Kane's about to, oh no, he doesn't end it here. I thought he does, but he doesn't. By the way, what you don't see in this is that all the backstage environments are interlinked. So you have a little bit of a loading screen between, let's say, going back to the arena, going to the backstage area, going to, I think there's a boiler room, parking lot, training room, all sorts of things with their own little toys and stuff, which today's game, actually this is the last SmackDown game that actually featured the ability to have the interlinked backstage areas, which sucks. So this has been GamerRAGE's look back at WWE Here Comes the Pain. Thank you for watching. Visit us at gamerrage.co.uk. Follow us at gamerrage_ on Twitter. And we'll see you next time.